During the dark years of the Second World War, one German division rose to a level of deadly reputation that echoed across every front line, feared by enemies and respected even by its own allies. This was the Waffen-SS division, known as the Leibstandard Adolf Hitler, a formation built with fierce loyalty, brutal training, and relentless combat power. From the very beginning, this division was shaped to be an elite force made of soldiers trained to fight with absolute discipline. They were pushed to physical and mental extremes, drilled for close combat, tank support, and rapid assault missions. They were told that retreat was never an option and defeat was a disgrace. As the war expanded, so did the division's power, absorbing veteran fighters and developing a fearsome identity. The division entered battle after battle, leaving behind a trail of destruction on the harsh landscapes of Poland, France, and the vast, brutal fields of the Eastern Front. Their speed, their coordination, and their ability to strike at enemy lines made them one of the most effective yet most terrifying forces in the German war machine. They moved like a storm, hitting hard, breaking through defenses, and pushing deeper into enemy territory with relentless aggression. But this deadly reputation came with a heavy cost. The division fought in some of the fiercest battles of the entire war, including the invasion of the Soviet Union, where endless waves of Soviet troops, armored divisions, and freezing weather tested every man. Beyond limits, the division often found itself surrounded, battered, and pushed to the last bullet, yet they continued fighting with a determination that shocked both sides. During the Battle of Kharkov, the division launched counterattacks that stunned the Soviet forces, driving them back. In one of the most intense urban battles of the Eastern Front, their tactics, their firepower, and their refusal to give ground turned them into a symbol of German resilience during a time when the war was slipping away from the Reich. Later, during the Normandy invasion, the division fought against overwhelming Allied pressure. They faced tanks, air bombardment, and constant artillery fire. Every day the skies rained destruction, yet the division held positions longer than expected, delaying the Allied advance and inflicting heavy losses despite knowing the war was turning against them. However, behind the deadly efficiency, the brutal reality could not be ignored. The division was also involved in numerous harsh actions and battles marked by extreme violence, reflecting the darker side of the war and the ideology that shaped them. Their fearlessness in combat came with a level of brutality that made them one of the most controversial units in the conflict. By the final years of the war, the division was exhausted, drained, and shattered by endless fighting. They faced the Red Army one last time in the desperate battles across Hungary and Austria. They were no longer the unstoppable force of earlier years, but tired soldiers fighting without hope. Still, they fought to the end, driven by loyalty, duty, and the belief that surrender was not an option. In the final days, as Germany collapsed, the division broke apart, its remaining soldiers scattered in a world swallowed by defeat. Their legacy became a mix of military skill, discipline, and deadly effectiveness, blended with the grim shadow of the ideology they served. Today, the deadliest German division of WW2 remains a symbol of how powerful and destructive a single military unit can become when forged with extreme training, unwavering loyalty, and a ruthless mission. Their story stands as a reminder of the brutal intensity of the war and the human cost behind every victory, every loss, and every battle fought.